Hello, and welcome to the inaugural Baroness's blog, premiere of my Stromgarde-centric blog. My name is Moira, and I am the Baroness for the Barony of Stromgarde in the Kingdom of Antir in the SCA. I became Baroness in 2019. I joined in 1989, so I've been playing for over 30 years. I began my SCA world in the West Kingdom, and we moved to Antir in 2014. So, I have a fair amount of extensive SCA experience, and I'm still learning Antir and really embracing the cultural differences of each kingdom, and those are topics that we can have here. The idea of this is for me to be able to have a topic and talk about my opinions and my thoughts on it without embarrassing myself, without embarrassing my Baron, who is my husband of almost 30 years, Master Duncan Vitrarius. And so, we'll see what happens. I would never want to embarrass my crown or my barony, so I'm certain everybody will be more than happy to provide positive but constructive feedback. And a little bit more about me, since this is inaugural and some of you don't know who I am because of circumstances beyond our control. I am a costumer. I create and build patterns for said costumes. My specific area of interest and study is Western European 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries. I've been doing more Middle Eastern oriented clothing, but same time frame, Persian, Ottoman, Turk, because the art is phenomenal. I love it. I love art history. I love studying it. I love exploring it. I love finding those paintings and getting as much information as I can. A good bibliography is super exciting to me. An index just does wonders for my soul. I spin, I knit, I'm learning embroidery. This last few months I needed a new challenge, so I have a group of friends who have been teaching me from a distance, and YouTube is such a good resource. So I'm learning that and challenging myself with that, and I'm really having fun, and I love how it ties into my passion and love for costuming and creating clothing. I don't build costumes, I make clothing. I need to be able to work in my clothes. I love beautiful clothing, or I love my beautiful SCA clothing. I'm a jeans and t-shirt or sweatsuit kind of gal at home. So we'll see what happens there. In a modern world, not much of a shoe person. I know shoes are super exciting for a lot of people. My downfall are handbags. Love handbags. So, but handbags have nothing to do with the SCA. I have two cats. I have Inez and I have Lily, and they are 5.5 years old. I'm trying to remember when we got them. And I have a 2-year-old American bully named Rufus. Some of you have seen photos of him on my personal Facebook page, or occasionally I post something about him to the Baronial page. He's a joy and a love, and he's just, I love to tease Duncan that Rufus truly is the love of my life. So there you go. What else about me? I thought today, I'm an avid tea drinker. I love tea. I have a good collection of items. I'm a black tea person. I don't care for fruit teas. I don't care for herbal teas. I really do like that hit of caffeine. And for me, it's black tea, cream and sugar. So today I am drinking Taylor's of Harrogate Scottish breakfast tea. It's a blend I really enjoy. I'm Irish breakfast, Scottish breakfast, all the breakfast teas, Assam, Ceylon, keep it simple. Pico, keep it simple, just nice straightforward teas. I really enjoy. This mug was a gift and I treasure it. It explains a lot of my relationship with some of my friends. So nice hot cup of tea wakes me up in the morning, and makes me nicer to know because caffeine and more is required for my morning ability to be a human. There you go. Nice. Well, that tea's cold now. I need to reheat it. So if you knowing what I'm drinking that day is important, I'm more than happy to tell you what tea I'm enjoying in the moment. Another component of things for me is I do have severe allergies. I am allergic to pretty much any and all pollens in the world. So I'm often medicated for that. I hate lavender. I can't express that enough. I hate lavender. It makes me snippy and cranky. I just, so please, no lavender anything. I don't know if that's because I'm allergic to everything or just the scent is very, very cloying to me. So I know lavender scented items are very popular, and I'm just going to be a general blanket statement. I hate lavender. I also hate peanut butter. Same level of animosity is there for very different reasons. The texture of it is just disgusting to me. So there you go. Two things that I sincerely despise in the world. But I thought I'd start today with everybody starts somewhere. Everybody gets started in the SCA knowing very little. I mean, nobody comes into this organization fully hatched and fully fleshed out in regards to, and our tastes change over the years, and just, you know, we're human beings and we enjoy things. So I thought I would share my 3 first books, one of which is remains one of my holy grail books. They're costume-centric books. I've kept them through multiple moves. I love them. I think that they are really great resources for people who are trying to get a good idea of SCA-centric clothing and getting started. It gives you a good visual. I'm a big fan of visual aids. So I'm hoping that, so those of you who know your business and really dive into the indexes of a Goodwill, bear with me. There's a point to this. My very first book, the first costume book I ever purchased, I still have, and I still use when I'm helping newcomers come in and get to know what they wish to do. This gives me a good idea of what direction they wish to go if they don't know what direction they want to go. So, and again, it is Western European centric because that's my chosen area of study is Western European centric with some Middle Eastern as a complement. So it is Patterns for Theatrical Costumes, Garments, Trims, and Accessories from Ancient Egypt to 1915 by Catherine Strand Holkabor. I do not know how to pronounce her name. I will link the book in the notes, or at least provide the title and the ISBN for people. But I can't pronounce the name. I'm thinking it's Danish. I could be wrong. So Patterns. And I'm not going to show you that one. But simple, easy peasy. Now, mind you, it took me a decade to recognize that my tea tunics don't work. I do not do tea tunics at all well. When I discovered rectangular costuming, my world changed. So, resources beyond the bend available for what's called rectangular costuming. Look it up. It's a rude statement, I know, but look it up if you don't know anything about it. So I just love this book. I think it's phenomenal. It works for me. It helps me help other people when I'm working with them. My other book that I treasure and adore is my Elizabethan costuming for the years 1550 to 1580 by Janet Winter and Carolyn Savoy. This book was written for the Northern California Renaissance Fair. This book is built so that people who participate in Ren Fair can have good serviceable clothing, and it'll get you past the gate without anybody, you know, it'll help you pass inspection. I love this book. Again, good instructions, simple garb, but later period, very late period. So, it's a great book. I love it. It's in my library. It'll stay there. No apologies whatsoever of any kind ever. All right. Okay, folks. My holy grail book. My first investment book. This is I Will Rescue This from the Fire. And it is my Janet Arnold Patterns of Fashion. The cut and construction of clothes for men and women, 1560 to 1620. It is a big, beautiful paperback or cloth back. I was looking for the price on this earlier today and I couldn't find it. Just saw it. $39.95 when I purchased it 30 years ago. I don't know what it costs today. However, I would still consider it. Yeah, it's an art book, and you need to pay for somebody's research. But it has a bibliography. It has an indexing. She shows photos of extant clothing. She gives you a grid. She set the standard for, you know, costumers everywhere to build their base and build their creative base. So my ride or die holy grail book is Patterns of Fashion. I still go to it. I still look at fours because I know when I'm looking for something, I know I can find what I'm looking for in this book. I have others that are similar to that, but for 16th century English centric, possibly German centric clothing, I know I can find an example, and then I can take that index and go from there. So this really taught me a lot about, you know, finding information, finding a keyword, and then doing a little bit more of a research. So this is my ride or die, and you're gonna get sick of that statement, I promise you. A little more about me. I love being in the SCA. It is my hometown. It is my chosen family. It is where I choose to be, spend my money, spend time with people I love and adore and listen to and learn from, and all the wonderful, amazing aspects that brings joy to my life. Community is everything to me. The SCA community is amazing. You know, I simply love the SCA warts and all, and I want to use this platform as a means to share with you how much it means to me and how much you can learn from it and how much you can gain from it. I have a firm belief that you get out of the SCA what you're willing to put into the SCA, and I really work hard to, you know, to really be an example of that. I'm like anybody else. My circle of friends, you know, snarky and snippy, and, you know, I'm a human and I do my thing, but I've learned so much from being in the SCA. So the purpose of this blog is for me to express my love and adoration for this organization and talk about my friends and their achievements and their accomplishments, their impact on my life. I've learned from them. And I'm hoping that things that I've learned over the years, depending on topic that we discuss, or I discuss at your request, I'm hopeful that you can get to know me better and feel that the SCA is a really amazing experience for people if they choose to make it so. Again, the SCA is what you make of it, and I choose to love it. So, all right, I'm gonna keep this relatively short because I could talk about it until you turn off your computer and throw it out the window. But I'll think of topics as we go, and I'd like feedback, constructive, positive feedback. You know, be nice, be kind, please. But moving along, and just what we're doing, what we're experiencing and through all of this, and trying to find ways for us to reach out to each other and be in this community, even though we can't have the hands-on in-person experiences that we all know and love, and the reasons why we're in this organization. Different topics at hand. You know, I really look forward to interacting with everybody, and I really hope that you'll join me on this very scary for me journey, and you'll get to know me a little bit better, and I'll be able to talk more on various things about myself and such. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay strong guard. I'll talk to you all soon. This is me moving forward in an opportunity to allow people to get to know me better, and hopefully for my way of getting to know everyone a bit better. We've lost over a year now to the circumstances that prevent us from being able to gather, and I'm hoping that this will be a nice respite for a bit. I love to watch knitting blogs and such, so I'm hoping that something like this is more SCA centric about me, and different aspects of my SCA world will be interesting. I'll be setting up a channel, and we will be posting these on the our stromguard.org webpage. So let's see what we can do with this. First off, I want to thank my production and PR team. I have two individuals who, when I have permission to name them, I will, but they've been really great with throwing ideas at them, and I really appreciate their help and assistance and encouragement with putting something like this out there. This is actually a very stressful thing for me.